Hello, everyone. Bilo here, and I know this is a surprise. Actually doing another podcast. It's been really hard to get these out because I really have no ideas on how this thing will go. But I will say I do have a name for this podcast now, which is called B-Lospective, which is pretty much why when I take a I kind of like doing retrospective kind of things, like looking back at stuff. But not only will I do like retrospective videos, but I'll also do movie reviews, which I used to do on my second channel, but now I don't since I deleted the channel. Um, but I'm back with another episode of the podcast, Retrospective. I'm joined here by Titanium and Raichous, and today we are going to be reviewing the new Mortal Kombat movie. Um, so yeah, so Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. And when I saw the trailers for this movie, I was pretty excited. And this hasn't been like the first time Mortal Kombat has had a movie. Obviously, there's been one in the 90s, I believe, or was it the 80s?
There were like two bad ones in the 90s. Okay, the first one was okay. Second one was garbage. And
Yeah.
then like a third one that was utter trash.
What was the third one?
It was like Legacy of Scorpion, but like a live action one and it was old. I could be
Oh,
misremembering.
I don't think I remember that.
are you talking about like the Mortal Kombat Legacy thing?
That was
No,
that was like a
Ed
series
series.
though.
Maybe?
It was on Machinima a long time ago before they were,
Yeah.
I have
Um,
no idea.
alright. But yeah, there have been Mortal
Actually, there's
Kombat.
two.
Yeah, there's there have been Mortal Kombat movies in the past. Back then, they were pretty cheesy. But now the Mortal Kombat games have pretty much evolved, and they've gotten like more gory, more brutal, and pretty much that's what a lot of people wanted out of a modern Mortal Kombat movie. Have it be really gory because that's what it's known for nowadays, and pretty much be pretty much like a blood fest, pretty much. Because back then
And
it was really like cheesy. The first one was like you said. The first one was it's kind of like a it's kind of like a dumb action flick. You can actually sit through that, but Annihilation was just utter trash. Um,
they are also, neither of them were rated R, which is not right at all.
Yeah. yeah, Mortal Kombat from the start, even like during the arcade times, had like pretty gory. They have like ripping out heads and shit.
Dude,
Um,
Mortal Kombat made the ESRB.
Yeah, that's right. Um, but yeah, now we have a new Mortal Kombat movie, which I was excited for. And it actually looked promising. Uh, so I actually went out to see this in theaters, and it's been a long time since I've actually seen a movie in theaters because of obviously COVID has like pretty much shut down a lot of places, um, including movie theaters, and now since we have somewhat of a vaccine going around, they're deciding to open places back up, which includes movie theaters, but they're still being safe. So the theater I went to, which is an AMC, uh, we they had like certain seats like unavailable to
Yeah, we had
space
that too.
to space people out, so we don't catch anything. Um, but it was just
I
refreshing to
watched
just
mine at home.
yeah. So it was just refreshing to be in a movie theater again, I haven't been in a movie theater since fucking over a year. In March 2020, I think.
Being at the movie theater was both great and kind of depressing. To me, the biggest experience of going to the movies is getting popcorn, but also we went to kind of a cheap theater to save money, and their popcorn was just like not that good.
Mm.
If people are like, who watches a Mortal Kombat movie at 9 in the morning? Oh boy, 9
Oh boy,
a.m.
9 a.m.
That's me in the morning. Turns on HBO Max.
Yeah, for me, I
Oh,
saw it in like late afternoon, but yeah. So yeah, I saw this in theaters, which was awesome. So yeah, pretty much. Well, let's talk about first impressions on what our expectations rather going into this movie. I thought I was gonna enjoy myself. I thought the action looked really cool. I thought for the most part the characters looked pretty good. And yeah, pretty much. I thought before going into it, I thought I was gonna have a good time because now like but since this is a video game movie, people kind of have some skepticalism, which is kind of fair with the history of it. But with some certain video game movies recently, such as Sonic and Detective Pikachu, people are starting to learn their lesson on how to make a video game adaptation into a movie. It kind of
like the game. What?
yeah, and it kind of has it kind of hit the it kind of hit a bump with the streak with, I believe, Monster Hunter, which I still haven't seen, but I refuse to watch it. But
my parents watched that.
What do you think?
I think my dad liked it, but he has no idea what Monster Hunter is. So I was like,
I mean, yeah, I mean, I didn't see it because it has he's like, look, it's an army. I was like, that's not Monster Hunter, and I don't even play it.
Oh, the military and a dragon. That is.
I don't even play the games. I don't even play the games. Fucking, and I know that's wrong. Ugh. But anyway, okay, so yeah, we're just gonna review this movie. It is gonna be spoiler filled because I'm not gonna take the trouble of doing non-spoilers all the way because I want to talk about a lot of things. So yeah, we're just gonna go from start to finish to remember everything we can, all the little Easter eggs, all the little things we like the most out of it, and maybe some gripes we have in the film, some criticism we might have, if we have any. But okay, yeah, let's get started. So the opening scene is in 17th century Japan with the Scorpion, Hanzo Asashi, before he became Scorpion, actually. And he's with his wife and son. And while he goes out to get water for his family, his wife and son are ambushed by the Lin Kuei, which is the rival gang of the Shirai Ryu, which is, if you know Mortal Kombat, you know this stuff. Yeah. So Scorpion's wife and son are ambushed by Sub-Zero, specifically Bi-Han, who was the first Sub-Zero, which is a good start because it was Kuai Lang then. That will be kind of but it's Bi-Han. And while Scorpion is going to get water, he kills off his wife and son by freezing them to death. But also, I think his wife was also stabbed in the back with an icicle spear.
Yeah, it kind of looked like that.
Yeah. The thing is, according to the lore, it wasn't specifically Bi-Han who actually killed him. It was actually Quan Chi disguised as Bi-Han. But
yeah, and in the new timeline, Sector is also a part of that.
Yeah, but by the end of this film, Quan Chi was nowhere to be found, or didn't even get a mention, a cameo or anything.
I'm thinking he might be in the sequel because of the ending, but we'll get to that later.
Possibly because Bi-Han was always Bi-Han, always Sub-Zero throughout the whole film. So
can we just say the actors who portrayed both Hanzo and Bi-Han were freaking amazing?
Oh, they were flawless. I fucking love them.
Do you guys? I want to bring this up, by the way, for anyone watching. Out of the three of us, I'm the only one here who doesn't know much about Mortal Kombat. I'm not too big into fighting games as a whole. I still very much enjoy this movie, though. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is a great step in the ways of video game cinema.
Mm-hmm.
The story, though, is what I'm generally familiar with from playing 9-Up.
It's kind. I'd say it's kind of similar, but there's a lot of things change. But I feel like they made it work for what they had.
Yeah, I thought it was nice that they had certain explanations for things that are just normal in regular Mortal Kombat games.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it's like what was said earlier. They've retold that story, so many times now. They had to make it original somehow to get more people invested into it.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I think a big mistake a lot of people make with stuff like this is that while everyone does want a faithful adaptation, if it's something that's too faithful to the point where you have to understand the source material beforehand, you're just not going to get a new general audience.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So, yeah. So Hanzo hears the screams of his wife, and he goes over to go help her. But it appears he's too late. he sees the frozen bodies of his wife and son, and he knows exactly who did it. It's because Toshiro Ryu and Lin Kuei have been having this long time rivalry ever since.
So who else has ice powers?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that too, I guess.
If they were melted by acid, I'd understand. It's
Yeah.
like Reptile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So some Lin Kuei members try to attack Hanzo, but it's pretty much a failure. And like Scorpion just keeps like wrecks their shit. Like he's using a spear to stab them through their faces. Yeah, and
I really liked that his wife was using the kunai as a gardening tool.
Yeah.
that is yeah. I forgot. Yeah, I saw that too.
So it was kind of like, he's using like something his wife used. I'm like, that's kind of neat. I like that.
So yeah, he just like takes down these Lin Kuei members. He pretty much kills them. And I will say this is one big thing that the movie has going for it. The action is really choreographed very well. It's very gory. There's a lot of awesome combat scenes between the fighters.
Aside for some rough cuts that happen at certain points.
Yeah, there were some moments where I thought like the camera work was like a little choppy, and it was kind of hard to keep track for a bit.
Okay, I felt like a scene got cut out. Like whenever Sonya stabs Reptile, it's like, oh, she's already done.
I think
that's weird.
The one scene that I looked at all where it felt choppy was when fucking Raiden unveiled the kunai, and it was just like a quick camera cut. And the dude was facing like the opposite direction he was before. Like that shit bothered the hell out of me.
It wasn't too much though.
It wasn't too much for the most part. I thought the action was pretty solid. But So yeah, Scorpion kills the Lin Kuei members, and he's like Bihan, and he goes to find him, and he's like sitting on a log, a few feet away. And they have themselves a showdown. And I will say, for the longest time, I didn't think Sub-Zero was actually Japanese. Or Chinese. But apparently he always was, and I just didn't bother to look because I just assumed all the ninjas were Japanese.
I did like that he was speaking both.
Yeah.
And Hanzo had no idea what Chinese was.
I liked in general that they were just both speaking like their native language at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Scorpion was like, I don't understand you, but I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying.
There are a lot of movies like this, or like media in general, where, because Mortal Kombat was made in America, especially back in the day, they would take characters like this and just give them like weird British accents to be like, yeah, they're Chinese.
Yeah.
Look at the first Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Hey Raiden, how's it going? Aw.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah.
Come
on. But yeah, so Bihan and Hanzo have the Sums of Showdown. Another decent fight. And in the end, obviously, Bihan wins. And he kills Scorpion by grabbing his kunai and stabbing it through his shoulder, which hits a vital area. But it doesn't kill him right away. He just bleeds out. But also, he was crawling because apparently he had a surviving infant daughter that the wife and son was hiding out for her to be safe. It confused me a little first later on in the film, and I'll get to that later on. But then I started to realize, oh wait, that's his. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was I thought that was Cole for the longest time.
Yeah, I was like, he's always like, okay, wait, no, that's the mother. Okay.
It's like,
although whenever Sub-Zero said centuries ago, I'm like, what? And then later, it's like she, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It confused me so
I'm
much.
slow.
Yeah, I had to click him back together. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
I also thought that the two girls with Cole was like his sister and mom.
Yeah.
I thought that too. But there was like a daughter and his wife and daughter.
Oh, it was so
I was like,
weird.
oh. I was like, well, you can't kiss your mom. Oh, that's your wife.
So,
sorry.
She yelled dad. I was like, dad? That's your dad?
Yeah, dude looks so young. I can't say anything, obviously. I have funny, but it's like, first of all, watching Hanzo crawl to his crying child was really hard to watch.
Yeah, it's a sad scene.
Yeah, this is like the one iteration of Scorpion I feel bad for, because otherwise he's just a dick.
I was fucking rooting for him the whole time, which was upsetting because I knew he had to die.
Yeah. So, Yeah, apparently. So yeah, one Scorpion doesn't reach his daughter in time to say like his final goodbyes or whatever. But he actually
And then
dies
he
right in front of his house.
Lit on fire.
Yeah, he goes to the Nether Realm. And then once he's gone, Raiden shows up. He's like, "Am I too late?" But no. He's like, he takes
Must win.
He must win. But no, he takes his kunai and then he finds the daughter that was hiding under the floorboards, and he takes her away and protects her in his like temple. And then
He says, "I must consult the elder gods."
Who knew Edgar Allan Poe existed in 17th century Japan?
Okay, yeah. So then title card, Mortal Kombat, and then flash forward to present time. So, regarding the tournament, the realm of Outworld has defeated Earthrealm 9 times, and they need 10 to conquer Earthrealm.
To merge the realms, yes.
Yep. And there's this whole prophecy, and they're stating that the blood of Hanzo Masashi will unite the new generation of Earthrealm's champions to prevent Outworld's victory. And Shang Tsung is aware of this prophecy, and he wants to send his like lackeys to like kill Earthrealm's champions before they can even enter the tournament. So, and among that team is obviously Hans as Sub-Zero. And there's other people Shang Tsung hires, but we'll get to them later on.
There's a few surprises.
Yeah, there were a few surprises I didn't see in the trailers.
Was like, what? It's you? I thought you were dead.
Yeah. So yeah, we go to the scene of pretty much the main star of the whole film, Cole Young, who is a former MMA champion, who's kind of like lacking when it comes to his fighting, and he's apparently one of these so-called champions of Earthrealm. And Cole Young is not a character from the games; it's his own. He's his own unique thing.
I will say, when people complain about this movie, he is a big one that gets brought a lot.
Yeah, since he's like
not him, but his existence.
I think he's because like people thought he was like Johnny
he
Cage.
Just been Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
You could have had him be Johnny, and it would have worked.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if the movie does well, do y'all think Cole is gonna end up being put into Mortal Kombat?
That's what I was thinking too. Like if Cole does like a
it wouldn't
good
shock
job.
me if they did something.
He has like his own unique kind of style, I guess, with his like suit and all that.
I like his weird flesh armor.
Yeah.
I thought it was meat for a second. I thought he was turning into meat.
Yeah.
Like his skin melted in front of his family.
From the trailers, I thought he was like using like Baraka like armor, because I thought his arms were I thought blades were coming out of his arms, but apparently they were like those sticks. I forgot what they're called.
Is it bad that I thought from the back Sub-Zero was Baraka for a second? I did.
Really?
I legit was like, oh, is that Baraka? And
If it makes you feel better, at the point where are we just not saying names of characters until they pop up? I just want to make sure before I say anything.
Depends on what you want to bring up.
It's one of Shang Tsung's army members.
I think we could mention it. Like we're discussing. It's gonna be spoiled anyway.
So when Cabal showed up, at first I legitimately thought he was like Cyrax.
I thought he was Darth Vader. That mask does not help. They made it like he even has the lines on his mouth.
Just imagine he goes up to Kano and he's like, Kano,
I am your father.
That's what he does. He just says, join the dark side. I can't breathe.
He has the breathing too, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, of course, he gets put on fire twice.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Bad for him.
It's like he died the same way 2 times.
Yeah. So anyway, Cole has this fight with another MMA fighter, and he loses, brutally.
Yeah.
But once he's like packing up with his and when he's with his family, Jax appears to see, and he sees Cole's dragon birthmark, saying he had
his
it.
Mortal Kombat trademark tattoo.
Pretty much, yeah. And later on, when his family is out on this they're eating at a diner, it suddenly starts snowing, but it's fucking July.
Oh, God.
As soon as it started snowing, I'm just like, oh, y'all are.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, and obviously this is Sub-Zero's doing. He's not only is he made it snow for a little bit, but then he brings it back up, like pretty much like grows the
Turns
snow.
into hail.
He pretty much grows the fucking snowflakes
Yeah.
and shoots them down at the ground.
I want an alternate cut now where it starts snowing and then he does his friendship from MK11 where he's driving an ice cream,
An ice cream
like,
truck.
cart.
Yeah,
He's just like, oh, there you go.
The
Yeah.
effects in this movie were really good, and the snow thing really cemented that for me.
yeah,
Because
The
there's
ice
a
looked
lot
really
of
good in
shit going
general.
on.
Yeah.
It sounded really good too.
Yeah.
Like I heard it and I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
yeah. You
that
can hear
is
like the
so
cracking of the
smart.
ice, and yeah.
So good.
So yeah, obviously Sub-Zero is here to kill Cole because he's one of the Earthrealm champions. But he's saved by Jax,
Except for
and
Lin Kuei.
yeah, then he's saved by Jax, and he rescues him and his family. And Jax tells Cole to seek out Sonya Blade, but he runs into while he stays behind to fight off Sub-Zero. And then we have this fight between Sub-Zero and Jax, and this is pretty much where Jax loses his arms.
Yeah.
Sub-
Sub-Zero's
That
like, oh,
happened?
you still have your arms? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I better fix
Dude.
this.
Lost his arms. Alex was like, "This is a little early for that, huh?"
I mean, it kind of.
if Ermac didn't do it.
Yeah. Ermac
I
Ermac is
wanted-
like nowhere in this film, but
Yeah.
it's because
Which makes me
Sub.
sad.
I wanted to say, I want to say here, the guy who played Jax, Makad Brooks,
Uh-huh.
really fucking talented. Like, holy
I thought he
shit.
looked like a buff Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people say. Yeah.
Like he just breaks his arm. He's like, "What the hell did you just do?"
What you just? What the hell?
He makes that he makes that one specific face on Family Feud.
Yeah.
It's something real
It
dumb.
just falls off, bashes his head.
Oh, that shit was so painful. How did
That
he
looked
live?
bad. He ragdolled and just.
How did he live?
Yeah.
He's Jax, that guy.
Well, it said like they said the freezing like cauterized like the wounds, like so.
No, I
That's-
mean from the fall.
I don't think that was like a big fall. He landed on something beforehand and then fell to the ground.
He did, but he landed on something with
like
his
his
head.
nose should
You'd
be
think he would.
broken or something.
Yeah, he should at least have brain damage.
I guess.
feel.
That mustache should be frozen.
But yeah, Jax loses his arms. In the original lore, it was Ermac who does it. But in the animated one, Scorpion's Revenge, Goro is actually the one who does that. But I guess it doesn't matter with whoever does it. I mean, I guess
Well, that is one thing
I know
that-
adaptation is like a good thing, but I was fine with how this was like pulled off.
Yeah, that's one thing I like is that Goro is hyped up throughout the entire movie.
Oh yeah,
Like
Didn't-
first we see that big statue, then we see a
Oh,
mural.
yeah.
uh-huh.
Dude, when Goro showed up,
Goro looked
I
awesome.
thought it was smoke.
I thought it was smoke too. Yeah, because of the fucking smoke.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh
But-
shoot, is that smoke? And then
I
it's
wanna
like, nope.
Yeah.
I want to send one image to the chat. This is the guy who played Jax before playing Jax. Look at how fucking thin he looks.
That don't look like Jax.
Oh god. He also
Like,
doesn't have a mustache.
If they did like the whole time traveling stuff, he would probably play young Jax before he
Yeah.
got his arms broken.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Cole leaves his family at his house, and he tracks down Sonya Blade to her hideout. They have a little tussle. He's like, "Wait, I have the tattoo." I was like, "Okay, come on in." And you could see all this research she's been doing about the possible Earthrealm champions, and we actually see a few cameos from certain
We see
Mortal Kombat.
Nightwolf.
Oh yeah, dude, Nightwolf.
There's Nightwolf and Kotal Khan. There's also Kotal Khan as well.
Yo.
Is he?
Yeah,
What?
there was like a head bust of Kotal.
Dude,
Oh, I
like,
didn't notice that.
I missed the Nightwolf picture on my first viewing, but when I watched it with my granny, I was like, "What? That's Nightwolf."
Dude, I saw it and I got excited too. I like knocked Alex on the arm. I was like, "Alex, it's Nightwolf."
I love Nightwolf.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Hopefully we'll get to see him in a future sequel. But
I
I
hope
hope
so much. He's so cool.
yeah. Well, it's actually now thinking about it, Kotal Khan is from Outworld, so I don't know how he's Earthrealm's champion, but I guess
That is.
I mean, it could be that in her research, Sonya found out about champions from other places, and without being
Okay, yeah,
too
I guess
certain
that-
where they're from.
yeah, I guess so.
Pretty neat.
But anyways,
I wonder if he'll get treated like garbage like he does in the games.
but yeah, Sonya shows Cole all this research she's done over the Mortal Kombat tournaments over the years, and she's apparently not alone. She has a captive who is Kano, played by Josh Lawson.
Best character.
I fucking loved how Kano.
Dude,
I loved how Kano was portrayed perfectly by
I
what's his
love
name,
Kano
Josh
in the
Lawson.
games. This Kano's perfect.
Kano
He
was
so funny.
not only did he look good, though he could use. I wish he did have the metal eye, but
Yeah.
though he was stabbed in the eye by the end, so I think
Yeah,
that's
I
leading
feel
up
like
to like a metal eye.
Also because he lost his mark,
Yeah.
which gave him his power.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Yeah.
I just kind of brought that up that
Oh yeah,
he
The
might
way-
get a prosthetic eye just to get that power back.
maybe.
The way he got his power was like one of the best scenes of
Yeah.
the movie.
But yeah, not only does he look like Kano aside from the metal eye, he does the accent
Yeah.
really good. He's fucking hilarious.
God.
He's fucking hilarious. He was pretty much a perfect cast for Kano. Probably my
Okay,
favorite
yeah, he
casting
was
out of all the
actually-
movie.
He's actually Australian. That's good.
So yeah, Sonya reveals that she and Jax have been investigating the Mortal Kombat's existence, and she talks about the dragon marks. And apparently they can be transferred if someone kills someone with the dragon mark, and they could be transferred to them to enter the tournament.
Yeah.
That's how Kano got his.
Yeah, he apparently killed someone, but we don't know who it is.
Oh god, what if it was Nightwolf?
Oh no.
Oh no.
well, he
He's
did-
Racist.
Then again, he does rate in Mortal Kombat 11. It does say that Kano does rate as like the Matoka, and he killed a lot of people.
No.
Well, I hope that's not. I hope that's not the case. But but it's like over to interpretation. But
Yeah.
so yeah, soon their hideout is attacked by Reptile,
Wait,
who is
what
an.
if Kano killed? What if Kano killed Mocap?
How did he get it? How did Mocap get it in the first
he
place?
just- He just kills any stupid Mortal Kombat character.
No,
He
imagine-
killed Su Hao.
I would imagine if Cage has it, that's how he got it. He killed Mocap doing a stunt accidentally.
Oh,
Cuts
God.
his head off like.
Mm.
Oh. I just realized his power is gonna be the freaking shadow moves, isn't it? Oh,
Probably.
that's gonna be so
Yeah.
cool.
Probably.
I really want Aaron Black in these movies.
He accidentally.
so
Dude,
bad.
Aaron Black.
Oh, I would love Aaron Black.
Scott
Yeah.
Eastwood.
He'd be
Uh,
so good.
Johnny kicks Mocap's head off. He's like, "Who hired this guy? What the fuck?"
Yeah, who hired this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, take two. Give him a prosthetic head. And Mocap's like, I thought we were doing it in post.
but yeah. So yeah, Reptile attacks their hideout. And Reptile looks like an actual like lizard monster. He's not actually like
He
a
looks like-
man
He looks more
lizard.
like the
He looks like
lizard
he
than the
does in-
lizard from Amazing
He
Spider-Man.
looks like he does in the like Deception trilogy of games from
Yeah,
PlayStation 2 era Mortal Kombat.
yeah. But we got a fight with Reptile, with Cole, Sonya, and Kano, and eventually, Kano kills him by fucking
Rips out.
punching through his chest and ripping his fucking heart out.
God, that was so cool.
Yeah.
But okay, like, was Reptile in any of the trailers? Because I was surprised.
I think
I-
he was in the teaser, but it was like a quick shot.
Was he-
I was like, whoa,
I-
Reptile? What?
I will say, Reptile here at the very. I'm a little disappointed by how he looks. I was hoping for something more in the game, but at least here he looks better. And this could be said a lot. He looks better than in the first Mortal Kombat movie.
He was
What
like
if
a-
he was just like
Yeah.
Yoshi in the Mario Bros.
You mean an
Just a
actual? You mean a fucking dinosaur?
Yeah, like not even humanoid.
Fucking
He's just
Christ.
a legit lizard, and he's like an inch
God.
long.
That's just about what he was in the original, though.
Ugh.
Except
Well.
he looked terrible. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were going for then.
Yoshi.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Kano kills Reptile, but thanks to like the flare he used, he accidentally burns pretty much most of Sonya's research on the Mortal Kombat tournament. But
You
Oh,
dick.
yeah.
Just right before he dies.
But then all Sonya knows is they have to go to Raiden's temple, and apparently Kano's the only one of them who actually knows where it is because he's actually made deliveries to them somehow. But
I know.
yeah, but Kano's like, I'm not taking you there, and Sonya's like, I'll give you $2 million. She's like, $3 million. He's like, deal. He goes inside, and Cole's like, do you actually have $3 million? You're like, dude, look where I live. You think I have $3 million bucks?
I live in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You know, Gary, Indiana is actually the most dangerous place in the U.S.
I looked it up, and
Straight
apparently
up.
Michael Jackson was born there. So shut my
Ugh.
mouth.
Fucking. Can we talk about how Sonya swore literally the most in this movie?
She does swear a lot.
Kano,
Like-
yeah, I think Kano has him beat, but
Kano
Sonya's,
does
like,
have-
second.
yeah.
I feel like you'd expect it more from Kano, though.
Yeah, Kano's
you know?
expected.
No more that Harry Potter shit.
Yeah.
It was so funny, though.
God, I love it.
Wait, that you pussy.
Yeah, are your ears painted on?
Yeah. Yeah, Kano's banter is really fucking great. But so yeah, they travel to somewhere near Raiden's temple, and they parachute from the sky out of a plane. And along the line, well, Kano and Sonya have a little tussle, but Sonya can't kill him because he has the dragon tattoo. But eventually they come across Liu Kang, and Kano's like, okay, step back, and Liu Kang just throws a fireball at his chest, and he's like, I'm not here to fight you, starting now.
I'm not here to fight me. I'm not here to fight you. That's why I threw it.
I'm not here to fight you. I'm not here to fight you, starting now.
Yeah, I just wanted to hit you real quick.
So yeah, Liu Kang brings Sonya. Sorry, what are you gonna say?
Another great casting, by the way.
Yeah, Liu Kang. I thought Liu Kang was
great.
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Good.
dude.
There's actually where he does his like classic outfit from the original MK with like like the red
whenever
belt
he's
and like
Okay.
yeah.
When he's not wearing a shirt, he suddenly has muscles that I didn't know a man could have, and it freaked me out at first.
He is
But
ripped.
it
Yeah.
looks like Liu Kang.
Yeah, it does look like Liu
Yeah,
Kang.
like he looks so perfect.
Yeah.
You just need to do a cartwheel kick uppercut.
He does do the bicycle kick on Kabal.
Yeah, and it
It-
looks
It was so cool.
Yeah.
And he does the fatality.
Yeah, the dragon
Yeah.
fatality.
Dude, I freaked out in the theater. Like I was
lost it.
trying not to yell. It was so cool looking.
Yeah, the adaptation like showing a lot of references and being faithful to like the games is like really
a lot of
like spot on.
A lot of fatalities are done. Like Kano does his. The heart.
Yeah, that too. He does the heart rip.
Yeah.
Scorpion does his later on.
Yeah. Yeah, he does the like the
It
fire
looks
breathing.
Really good.
I was a little bit disappointed with Scorpions though. I was waiting for him to like actually just take the skin off of his head and be a full.
Yeah, you want to
like
see
the
the
way
whole
they
skull,
did it,
right?
though.
Yeah.
I like the way they
liked
did it. It was still
Where
cool.
it's like burning his skin from doing
yeah,
it.
that
Yeah.
was cool.
But yeah, so Liu Kang brings Cole, Sonya, and Kano to Raiden's temple, which is like in the middle of like these like mountains or whatever. And they meet Raiden and Kung Lao.
Another great casting, because oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He sounded just like him.
yeah, he had the same like cocky attitude that Kung Lao had in the games.
He also had the same accent.
Yeah, I
He
think
had
that
the same
too.
accent as
I think
it was,
so.
like, perfect.
Yeah.
Kung Lao.
Yeah, I think Kung Lao was also great. Kung Lao it's not really Kung Lao in like the original movie, but he was a brother. But actually, in this movie, they're cousins. But I thought they were like always like brothers in the lore, or unless I'm having like this like Mandela effect or some shit.
I don't think they've ever been brothers. They may be like adoptive brothers.
Okay, I guess.
That's the closest I can think of.
Yeah, because they said they were cousins. I was like, I thought they were brothers, but it's like
I think
it's
they are
not.
cousins. That could be.
Okay,
I
so
don't want to look.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
look it up, but
yeah, I mean, it's not like a big deal. It's not like but
yeah.
So yeah, they brought to the temple and they find Jax, who has these like the metal arm.
Baby arms.
Yeah. And
God,
he,
it looked like Ultron.
yeah, and he's being like,
No, the way. Cable just being like, those come in men's sizes. It's
Mm.
like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you dick.
yeah,
What an ass.
yeah. At first, the metal arms are like really like scrawny. They kind of look like skeleton bones, but
Yeah.
eventually they do get upgraded because I guess that's his Arcana ability or whatever.
Yeah, I was so confused about that for
yeah.
a minute.
It was a cool theme though.
What's your ability? Arms.
Yeah. So yeah. They meet Raiden, and he's like, "Jeez, these are champions. Seriously."
Yeah.
Like Cole is lacking at fighting. So yeah, you don't even have a mark. And Kano, Jesus fucking Christ, like where do I even start?
Kano is Kano.
Yeah. So
Where do I start?
so yeah,
Oh, boy.
so they all start training at Raiden's temple. I was like, we got a long way to go. But at some point, Shang Tsung Shang Tsung attacks the temple, and he has Sub-Zero and Melina also here.
I still I still laugh at the part where Kano calls Raiden Gandalf, and then Raiden
Oh, yeah.
just
Oh, yeah, and he
sends
chucks
him
him.
to the ceiling.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
Just, ow!
Yeah. So yeah, Shang Tsung attacks with Sub-Zero and Melina, but Raiden has like an electric shield to hold him off because it's like you can't kill anyone here. That's cheating. So
I'm a bad guy.
and I will say something. I want to say something about Melina. I don't think I was. I know I said like I like the characters for the most part. I think Melina, I was kind of iffy on. Like she does have some cool moments of like here and there, but like not only
The
like,
moment where her mouth just rips
Yeah,
open.
that was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Melina kind of just felt out of place in this one, I feel.
well, the thing is, like Melina's backstory totally like relies on like Katana, who is not in this film,
Yeah.
but her fan is somehow. But
We don't know if she exists yet though, because Shao Kahn is a thing.
well, we see
There
Katana's
is a
like
big statue.
well, we see her fan blades like on a like pedestal or whatever. But
We'll have to find out. Does she exist?
maybe. But
Where's
Me-
Baraka?
but yeah, Melina. I was kind of like iffy on her, the whole film. Like she's acted pretty well, I guess. But I don't know. I guess she's not one of the characters that really stuck with me through the whole film.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure Stoff will like her.
maybe. But yeah, Raiden does the lightning shield, and so.
Ah, damn. Lightning.
So, anyways, Sonya is encouraging Jax to fight despite his like conditions with his arms, and they're like pretty like weak when he's like punching the punching bag. But so anyway, also, they're also training Cole and Kano to find their to unlock their what they call Arcana, which is a special ability you have to get when you have like the dragon tattoo. Which is a pretty interesting take on. It's like this has never been established in the games. It's their own unique thing, but for some reason I feel like it worked. I was kind of like into. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I think I kind of like this.
To me, it's like if these people have these powers without like something giving it to them, that tells the audience that they've just always had these powers. So it'd be like. If they grew up having these powers, it would be just natural. It wouldn't put them in a weird situation at all, you know?
In the games, it's like freaking, oh, Johnny Cage, where'd you get your shadow powers? I was born with it.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah! If you're born with that shit,
Family
where are you going to be an
heritage.
actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do my own stunts.
So yeah, the Arcana gives you special abilities. Like for Liu Kang, he has these fire powers. Kung Lao has like a frisbee hat.
A hat.
I don't know how it just manifests a fucking hat.
I'm
but-
sorry, just what's your Arcana? Arms. What's yours? Hat. What's yours?
You know, I think
Laser.
Mine is Mario Odyssey.
I think it's less the hat. and more that he-
Mario Odyssey.
I think it's less the hat and more that he has the ability to like throw it and call it back to him.
The Captain
Like
America.
Captain America.
We were
Yeah.
both thinking that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that Arcana works for everyone. Like for example, like Cabal probably had the super speed. Melina, I guess her teeth. Kano
to rip her face open without it hurting.
Or snake mouth.
yeah, and Kano eventually does get like the eye laser without using the metal eye. Fortunately, Scorpion has like the Nether Realm powers. And Sub-Zero ice, it's stuff like that. So they're training Cole and Kano to get their Arcana, and while they're having dinner together, Kung Lao just starts pretty much roasting Kano, and because that pretty much awakens his Arcana. Well, it's just getting angry. He's like, "Give me a fucking aggro," and he like shoots the laser.
It
Hey,
was so cool.
That Chinese man took my egg roll.
Yeah, this cocksucking.
Cocksucker, give me an egg
You
roll.
fuck.
Was it? God, I don't remember the whole thing. All I remember is that at some point, fucking Kano called Kung Lao Kung Pao, and I was ready for him to get his ass.
Yeah,
kicked
Kung
for
Pao.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, your ears painted on Kung Pao.
yeah.
I'm going to shove your sombrero so far.
Yeah, the
past you'll
exchange.
start
The,
speaking
yeah, the
Spanish.
yeah the. Yeah. Oh my god, I love that line so much. Yeah, that whole like argument between Kano and Kung Lao was just amazing. It was so hilarious. But yeah, Kano gets his eye laser. He was the first of the first one to get out the new warriors. So now it's just Cole. But he's unable to awaken it. So disappointed by his lack of progress, Raiden returns him home. And eventually he finds out he's actually a descendant of Hanzo Masashi's Scorpion. So
I kind of expected him to just become Scorpion at the end of the movie.
I also thought for a second he would just like I thought his thing was like, oh, I'm Scorpion. He just turns into Hanzo Masashi.
yeah.
No, I thought it was just gonna be Cole Young as Scorpion.
Yeah.
Also, okay, this is theory crafting, but do you think Raiden sent him home on as a means of him getting it? Because
maybe, I
very
think.
much believe so, yes.
Raiden does have
because his family is
precognition.
Yeah, it was like family's important to him, and that's why and eventually Goro showed up there. And when he was about to kill his family, that's when he does it. Yeah.
Like, he went out of his way to piss him off, send him home, and was like, okay, if they're obviously going to send someone to beat up Cole and his family, that's going to awaken it, and then I'll bring him back. Because he knew to bring him back immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, eventually, Cabal comes into the temple, and he has, like, this talk with Kano. He's like, you're playing for the wrong side, man. And eventually, so, Kano portrays the Earthrealm Warriors, so because
it took nothing to persuade him.
I kind of expected it because I didn't believe for a second that Kano was gonna be on the good side.
Kano is like a sentence you can't say without puking.
Yes, yeah. So Kano uses his newly found eye laser to shoot this dragon staff that controls the lightning or whatever, and he deactivates the thunder shield, and now Shang Tsung's army, consisting of Sub-Zero, Melina, Reiko, Natara, Goro, and Cabal, assault the Earthrealm champions.
Freaking Reiko.
I saw Reiko from the trailer. I saw Reiko from the trailer, but I didn't think it was him because he didn't have like the black
I thought it was
eyeshadow or
Thanos
whatever.
with a hammer.
Dude, okay, I said this earlier. I don't know much about Mortal Kombat. I thought it was just like actually Shao Kahn.
Yeah, right.
Well, Reiko and
me is like, I thought it was Shao Kahn. I'm like, that's kind of his whole thing.
Well, Reiko and Natara haven't made an appearance in the new trilogy yet, but they
like Reiko's whole thing is I want to be Shao Kahn. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Natara's a vampire.
Yeah, Natara's like this huge dragon vampire lady.
She's like it's weird. And whenever I saw her, I was like, is that Natara?
Yeah, I thought it was Natara. I was like, is that? He's like, she looks really different.
Isn't she beautiful? I'm like, what is she? Your freaking parrot?
Yeah, Cabal's like, if you say so. It's like,
yeah, does Natara want a cracker?
Yeah.
Cabal's accent. Perfect.
It kept changing.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good though, dude. The guy who did his voice was so.
Let me see who played
good.
Cabal.
Is there a guy down there named Kano? He's a piece of shit. You'll love him.
So So Daniel Nilsson played Cabal, but for the action and stunts, and Damon Harriman voiced him.
It was so good. Like, his voice was perfect.
He's amazing.
Yeah. I love Cabal. I like Cabal. He's like, I guess he's like one of my favorite characters.
He's really.
Same.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Kadal was portrayed really well.
That explains why he can run really fast. I just realized.
What do you mean?
The whole Arcana thing. In the games, we don't know why he can run so fast.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
like,
just-
yeah, that's what I was saying. The Arcana like gave Cabal those
That
super
explains
speed.
a lot now.
Yeah.
I like that they added that now because that makes many things make more sense.
Yeah, it is kind of like weird. Like in the games, like somehow this suit gave him super speed. I was like, how is that possible?
Imagine fucking
Wow,
you're
now an asthmatic ninja Darth Vader, but for some reason you're the Flash.
Yeah.
Imagine they add Stryker and he has the sim and like, what's your power?
I have a gun. Yeah.
His neutral special gun.
Police brutality.
My neutral Arcana is a gun.
But yeah, they assault the Earthrealm Warriors. Goro was transported to friggin' Cole's place.
I thought it was Smoke.
Really
but-
Yeah, I thought it was Smoke too.
Thought it was Smoke. Turns out Goro just
I
let
kept
a
thinking
big
Smoke
one
was in the
out
movie,
barn.
but
Yeah. He's like,
he had to get high before he fought.
Cole
That's what it
looks
was.
at Goro and for a minute in my head I was like, Goro's like, meow.
I want to mention Goro, by the I want to mention Goro in the movie kind of just doesn't look like Goro in the game at all.
I thought he looked like The Rock.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
I kind of kind of look like like Goro in the games, kind of. Like I recognize that it was Goro.
But I got like
They're
The
like
Rock's face.
Yeah, he looked like
Otherwise,
Rock
it
from
was Goro.
Scorpion King.
Oh,
Wait, are you talking about? Wait, are you talking about the first one, or were you talking about the first one or this one?
The movie Goro.
this Goro?
The first one. Okay.
Movie Goro was a freaking puppet.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Other movie Goro
Other
was
movie
like
Goro was.
practical.
You know
which
what?
honestly, for the time, was super impressive, but it
Yeah.
didn't stop it from being freaking horrendous looking.
Thing is, I think in the original game, at least, Goro had to have been like either
was
a
claymation.
toy. Yeah.
Right.
So
And his name was Gon Goro for a while.
Gone Goro.
considering what we had, oh god.
I know all this because of Machamp versus Goro. I researched Goro because he has nothing. Ugh.
Should have waited for
This
the
movie?
to come out.
Yeah.
Would have given you more ammo.
Shit.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention. When they're entering the temple, you could see like, stained glass things or whatever, and it
Murals?
shows murals, and it shows like the realms. You could, I think one of them was the Great Kung Lao. I think the guy with the bald head.
That was the first
Okay,
one.
and then there's Shao Kahn and another one, and another actually shows. I think it was Rain's parents.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because I saw like the girl with the headdress thing or whatever, and I was like, I think those are Rain's parents, but so that was like Adenia.
I really wanted to see the Chaos Realm with Havoc, and
Oh,
just people be like,
Yeah.
this one doesn't exist
I
anymore.
wanted to ask, because I asked Cam
Havoc's
earlier.
cool.
Yeah.
B-Lo, did you catch the Bo Raicho name drop?
Yes, I did actually.
I didn't hear that.
Dude.
Yeah, Liu Kang was
I'm so
discussing his like backstory, and he named John Spo Raicho. I was like, hey,
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the fart man.
yeah, me? No.
Lojo.
But yeah, not only that, Kano tries to rob Shinnok's amulet as well.
Yeah, I was like, that is just Shinnok's amulet.
Yeah, and
That
Luke
is
and Liu Kang
one for one.
and Liu Kang found out. He's like, you better put that the fuck back, or you're gonna end this world. I swear to fucking God.
What the heck?
Don't touch the stuff.
Don't touch.
Not touch.
Just put it back. Put what back?
What if he still had the fucking amulet this whole time?
Oh my god.
Oh, what if he never put it back? Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be weird.
but yeah, because we never actually
You know-
see him put it back.
I'm pretty
I
sure in
wouldn't
the
be
games
surprised.
he had it at one point, or at least he was working with Melina, so he's just
He
like,
was
"Oh,
working for-
I'll
yeah.
sell it."
Yeah.
I love that though. He's just like, oh, why does Kano have the amulet so he could sell it on eBay?
Yeah. So where were we? Yeah. So it's Outworld fighters versus Earthrealm fighters. Reiko fights Jax, who is pretty much no match for him because he hasn't unlocked his Arcana yet.
Yeah.
And him and Sonya are like buried under rubble. And eventually, seeing Sonya under that giant statue hand, he tries lifting it up, but he then gets his Arcana, and his arms just get upgraded just like that.
Dude, it was so.
Arms.
Okay, he got so worried that when Windows 10 told him to update, he forgot to hit remind me later.
Yeah.
What if his Arcana was him growing his old arms back, and that's it?
Well, that'd be weird. Like,
That'd be weird. He's just like, great, I'm a normal guy.
he's like, great, I have
Thanks,
these back.
universe."
Like, this is the
What
best
if
ability
he
ever.
grew them back, but like the metal arms were still attached on the end?
Oh, so he's got like
So he has like 4 arms.
arms.
No, it's just got really long arms.
Oh.
So what else happened? Natara fights Kung Lao, and he does his like fatality.
Fuck.
Yeah, Kung Lao did his like saw blade like fatality from the games.
I love that fatality.
That one was
It's so
fucking
good.
brutal.
Shit,
So
I feel bad for Natara though, but I feel like no one is gonna care. 'Cause
Yeah, Natara is not a
fan.
big. Yeah, Natara's not a big fan
She was
favorite.
fodder.
I don't
Yeah.
know her. I'm sure she's cool.
Her and
But the
Rachel
shit
were
Kung Lao
both
did is
fodder.
cooler.
Yeah,
Her
she's
and
from the old
Reiko,
games.
I feel
Yeah.
were both fodder.
Okay.
Honestly,
Reiko's death made me sad though. Because I wanted to
I
see
was
him.
sad.
Yeah,
I
Rico
wanted
didn't
him
get that much.
I wanted him to uppercut him into the pit.
Yeah, same.
I wanted to see that too. Yeah, because they're at the pit, like fucking.
Whenever they were there, I was like, "He's at the pit."
Yeah, I didn't even
I'm
think
so
about that. Yeah.
excited.
But yeah, what else happened? Cabal fights Liu Kang. pretty much kicking his ass because he has like super fast. And eventually, Shang Tsung grabs Kung Lao, and he's like, "Your soul is mine."
Yeah,
And
just screw this.
that surprised me.
I
That's
hated
that.
that.
Well, that surprised me because I didn't expect him to kill Kung Lao that early.
Yeah, I was.
I
liked
gotta
it.
ask my roommate how he feels about that because I remember Kung Lao being his favorite.
At least he got to do like the coolest thing.
He-
ever.
Yeah,
did,
he does get to
yeah.
do his like fighting and fatalities and all that.
Just freaking.
And I will say,
sending
when-
Katara into the hat.
I will also say his like first appearance when he's like coming out of the ground with the fucking wind. I thought that was an epic entrance.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah,
He got to do things before he died.
yeah. So Raiden has the Earthrealmers escape into the void.
The void.
It's where I make my videos,
The what's black, white, and red all over. The void.
except for the black and red.
Yeah,
Nah, it's all just an absence of color.
yeah. But yeah, obviously Liu Kang is pissed because Kung Lao was like, well, I mean they're cousins, but he was like a brother. But
Yeah.
Man, I was
And-
gonna make a Doom Patrol joke, but neither
Okay.
of you watch Doom Patrol, so I can't.
So at the point where Liu Kang was being upset, it sounded like the actor lost the accent that he was doing,
Mhm.
maybe.
which
I didn't
I-
notice.
Yeah, I didn't notice either.
I think that's his natural accent in general, but it's like it sounded like for a moment he just straight up lost the accent because he was worried too much about seeming emotional.
Oh yeah, Goro died.
Oh yeah, him.
Forgot to mention
Oh yeah, I
that.
forgot to mention that.
Dude,
Cole
He
fights.
got-
yeah.
Goro got
His death was
wrecked.
so cool.
Yeah, Cole
Like,
fights
he got-
Goro, and he's got his like new suit, which kind of works like Wonder Woman's like wristband, armband
Kind of
things.
works like Black Panther's suit.
Yeah, I thought
That
it
too.
was like I legit thought it was like
Like,
okay,
not only
Wonder
can it,
Woman
like-
makes weapons.
Yeah, when he gets punched, he can dish out like the energy back, but it can also, if he gets enough pain, he can create fucking weapons as well.
he has
uh,
literal plot armor.
Pretty much,
Christ.
yeah.
Yeah.
How like I'm just thinking like if I'm picturing like Kung Lao was like, okay, wait, you get fire, he gets a fucking laser, he gets a whole fucking suit. Why do I get a hat?
I get a hat.
Yeah.
Don't I at least get like something on the hat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Can I-
Goro gets.
Sure, a
Yeah,
blade.
I'm just odd job. Great.
yeah. Goro got took out. Got took out easily, and he's in the game
got
season.
chopped with an axe, hit with a car.
Yeah, and then
Dude.
and his arm gets cut off, and then he pretty much does. I think Cole pretty much does what Ryu does to Sagat in Street Fighter,
Yeah, kinda.
kind of.
Fucking watching him reset his arm was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It gave me Kong vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking. Oh, this is broke. Let me fix it.
So,
No
So-
effort. And then he just fucking Hulk yells.
he does,
That's
yeah,
Goro.
but he does like
Kintaro's probably gonna be in the next one.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Goro
Yeah,
does.
he's Shokan.
Kentaro or Shiva.
Dude, what if it was Motaro? That'd be amazing.
I would love to see Motaro.
It's
Bro,
like
I'd
frickin-
actually like that.
No, it's
I know
just-
who that is.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, he's the
like,
centaur guy.
"Man,
Surprisingly.
Shokan suck. Bring me the centaurs.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Moloch, I'm fine. Moloch sucks.
I don't know who that is, so
I,
I'll
I think he's
you know
the.
Moloch?
I think he's the Cyclops ogre with the ball.
Yeah, he's so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He's such a cheap boss, and he
You
looks
know
so
what, actually-
dumpy. He's just like.
You know, I'm looking at him now, and I'd really like to see this guy in live action.
No.
Just for the
Like the
camera.
Hunchback
God,
if it was
he's
a
not even
freaking
holding the
goblin.
boulder. It's
He,
just
he's like
the
a fucking. He's like a fucking Mike Wazowski and fucking Shrek had a baby. Like.
I want.
All those memes are true.
I
Oh,
want
no.
to be there.
What
I
was
don't
I?
care what anyone says.
I want Motaro.
So Raiden takes everyone to the void, and Cole proposes. He's like, "Okay, you know what? If they want a tournament, we'll fucking give them one." So
Yeah.
who were the matchups?
Jax
Luke-
takes Reiko.
Yeah, Jax takes Reiko because I want to get some payback.
Just
I believe.
flattens his head.
I know Sonya fights Kano because I remember.
Yeah, Sonya
her
fights Kano, and
stabbing his eye with the
Well, that's
gnome.
the rivalry. You got to do that.
It is,
Yeah. Liu Kang. Yeah.
Melina.
Liu Kang and Cole get Melina and Cabal, and I think that's it.
Dude, yeah, And
And then they're like, we're gonna gang up
And-
on Sub-Zero.
Yeah, we're gonna gang up as
we're
well.
gonna gang up.
Though they didn't really gang up, it was just pretty much Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Sub-Zero
wanted to.
takes his family, and Cole's like, you know, I changed my plan.
He's like, Liu Kang's like, what's up? Hey, what happened to the plan, man?
Goro, punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this quote unquote tournament begins, and pretty much, long story short, Earthrealm is successful. Jax fucking does the fucking clap fatality on Reiko.
So good.
I will say I did.
was
I
so
also
cool.
I don't, even though it was cool, I do also wish that the pit fatality did happen as well.
Yeah, I always made the joke. I know it's not possible because he's dead, but because you fight him at the bottom of the pit, I always made the joke that Reptile's just down there smoking. Just like, I'm on break.
So yeah, Sonya fights Kano and he pretty much stabs him in the eye with the fucking garden gnome.
That gnome that he spit in the hand of.
Yeah.
The fucking visual on that, you see the fucking garden gnome's face, like, ooh. He's like, and he has like the spin in his head, he's like, ooh. But yeah, so Sonya kills Kano, supposedly, and he gets his Arcana. But somehow she immediately gets her Arcana, like she has like the fucking wrist blast
She's
things.
very mad at Kano. I don't know.
Yeah, she immediately got it while the others had to train for her. I was like, I just got it.
She wanted vengeance on Melina for being like, you suck.
Yeah, Sonya pretty much kills Melina with a fucking shot through the
Melina
chest, and you could see the fucking
Does her
spine.
snake.
Yeah, you could see this fucking spine.
Dude,
you could see the
it's
spine
so
through it.
cool.
Yeah, you can see the spine is really gory.
Kabal gets the coolest death, though.
Yeah, Liu Kang does his
Yeah.
classic dragon
Dude.
fatality. He fucking burns him
Fucking
alive.
Freaked out. It was the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah, Cabal got stuck in some like tar or whatever, and that's how Liu Kang was able to kill him. But yeah, Earthbound successful. They kill all of Shang Tsung's minions, and all that stuff is Sub-Zero. But Sub-Zero takes Cole's family hostage. I at first thought he already killed him, judging by the.
Michael Myers.
He
Yeah,
did.
yeah, I thought he like.
I'm not the only one. As soon as she walked by that door, I'm like, he's gonna be there. And then he's just
I was
there like
yeah.
freaking
Alex
Halloween.
pointed out the frosted over window to me, and I was like, yeah. That's more than frost though, because by the time she finished, fucking Sub-Zero was just in the window.
Sub-Zero should just be in a Halloween movie.
But yeah, at first I thought he killed his family because he freezes like the whole wristband
Yeah.
thing. But no, he's just like got him frozen and pinned up to like a cage where Cole did his like fight in the beginning of the movie.
That final fight is
So-
just like so good.
Yeah.
Whenever who shows up, I
Yeah.
lost.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was so cool.
So yeah, Cole fights Sub-Zero. He's kind of on the edge, but earlier in the film, when they're in the void, Raiden's like, "You have to call. You're a descendant of Hanzo Masashi. You have to use this kunai to call
Yeah.
upon him. His blood is still on there."
And then fuck.
So yeah, Cole's kind of losing. But once he grabs the kunai, it starts to flame up. And suddenly Sub-Zero gets a fucking spear, kunai
It
through
turns
the
out-
shoulder.
Raiden meant that literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, surprise, it's Scorpion. He's like, "Get over here!" And he's like,
Okay.
"This."
You
I
notice
just
they
wanna
improved
mention-
it from the trailer.
Oh yeah, it
I-
improves
what
since
I'm
last one.
thinking, I think they might have had the trailer be lackluster on purpose.
I don't know, but I feel a lot of people
think
just
about it,
wanted them
okay.
to use Ed Boon's recording. and I
Well,
feel
Yeah.
like-
all right. Here's my mindset on it. One thing that's believed about the Sonic movie is that they released the bad-looking model first, so that people would be more hyped when they had the good one, right? Like it was planned the whole time.
I'd believe that if the
So-
animation company who made the models didn't go
No, of course.
bankrupt immediately when the movie came out.
No, yeah. But what I'm thinking here, because this would be less of a danger to do it like this. I feel like what they did was they had the lackluster get over here in the trailer, so that when you saw it happen in the movie, you would be more excited about it.
Get over here.
Alex
yeah,
got
but-
so fucking excited about the voice.
Yeah, Scorpion. His get over here is really better enunciated than it was in the trailer, because in the trailer he's like,
Yeah.
Get over here.
Actually,
But-
what it might have been, that might have been the recording of the actor on set,
maybe.
like through the mask.
I could
Which would
see
explain
that.
why-
Yeah, I
it
could
was
see that.
muffled.
Yeah. but yeah, so yeah, Scorpion appears, and we have a fucking classic rivalry between Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
When it freezes the blood into a knife.
Dude,
oh
that's
my
such
Yeah,
a
that
cool, like,
I
one
feel
of
that
the
resembles
shots.
kind of a little bit of like the Fatal Blows or like X-ray moves, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
like he'll squeeze your gut and then pull it out, freeze it,
Yeah.
and jab you in the eye with it.
It's so cool.
But yeah, like Sub-Zero like slices Scorpion, he freezes the blood and stabs him in the back, and it just rolls into a fucking ice wall. And
So good.
there's other stuff that Sub-Zero does. He does the fucking ice clone thing, but it doesn't freeze Scorpion when he touches
Dude,
it.
yeah, that was sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is BS.
Yeah.
Whenever I watched it,
Get
I was
froze.
watching that, and I was like, ah, fuck, Cameron directed this movie.
He just remembers all the Injustice matches. Are
I
just
do.
like, great. Ice clone.
I hated it.
But yeah, so while Scorpion is fighting Sub-Zero, Cole's trying to punch the ice out of to free his family. But eventually they get into the cage, and it's now a 2-on-1 with Hanzo and his descendant Cole.
And then they play the Mortal Kombat thing.
Yeah, they play the Combo Combat theme.
The
Yeah,
fucking
I
Mortal
lost my
Kombat
shit.
theme. Okay, it's clearly a remix, obviously.
Yeah, it's a
I
remix.
got so fucking excited because it first played with the Get Over Here.
But then you start.
I think I started hearing
it's
it
like
when
random.
Liu Kang was fighting
First.
Cabal as well. I think that's when I first
You know,
heard it.
It's so cool. I love the remix.
Yeah.
Like, is
It's
that
so
on YouTube? That's on YouTube. I might make that my ringtone.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is on YouTube. But yeah, Cole and Scorpion fight Sub-Zero, and he gets his ass handed to him. And once he's down, Scorpion's like, "Leave this to me. I have a score to settle with this guy." But before he does that, he does use his like hellfire to like thaw out Cole's family.
He does that remember this face thing.
Yeah, that
Because
too.
remember at the beginning of the movie, he says,
Remember this
my
face well. Yes, like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Scorpion flips it on him.
He's like,
Ah,
remember.
those
He's like,
are
what if he was like,
found
remember?
it.
What if Scorpion was? What if Scorpion was like, remember this face? He was like, Sub-Zero was like, no.
He's like, to be honest, my back was to you, and you look a lot older.
Yeah.
Also,
Plus, I
let's
don't
be
recognize
real.
you. Plus, I don't remember you having black teeth.
Also,
Yeah,
let's be
you look
real. I've
gross.
killed a lot of people, man.
Sub-Zero's like, whoa, you've let yourself go.
I sent you to the fires of hell, not the fires of the tobacco shop.
Ugh.
It does look
You
like he was chewing
smoke?
tobacco.
That's a joke.
That's my friend.
Don't get close to him, you will get cancer.
I mean,
Actually,
well, Scorpion's already
think
dead.
about
Who does
it.
he care?
If you
Yeah.
think about it, he does shoot fire out of his mouth. So technically, he would have to smoke.
Oh, fire lungs.
I guess.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But,
It
But-
was so cool when his like eyes turned white. By the way,
Was that when he was doing the shooting flames thing from his
I
mouth?
think
The fatality?
I think it's after the point where he said, "I am no longer Hanzo Hasashi. I am
I'm
now
Scorpion."
the Scorpion."
I don't think I saw that. I don't think I caught that. But so yeah, Scorpion finishes off Sub-Zero with the classic toasty fatality.
Oh yeah.
He
I'm
took
sad.
off
No one
his-
said toasty.
he took off like the armor, and he looked like Noob Saibot. Am I the only one who thought that?
It kind
No,
of did.
I saw
I kind of
that.
did a little bit.
Yeah, it was like all black.
They're
Yeah.
just setting him
Oh.
up.
I feel like they're
That's
setting
what
him
he's
up.
gonna look like.
By the way, I don't remember when this was, but I heard the name drop something Tobias, Eddie Tobias or something like that, at some point in the film. And I know that's a reference because Saibot name is like Newt Saibot is like Ed Boon and
Yeah.
Tobias. I heard the name Tobias somewhere, but oh no, Jack says it when he's like, I heard you won that fight against Eddie Tobias or whatever. But
That's
yeah, I was
funny.
like, yeah. But yeah, Sub-Zero's dead, burnt to a freaking crisp, toasty, and he thanks Cole for freeing him. And I guess this is a rare thing. Scorpion is actually on the good side, even when he's like in his like nether realm, like revenant like form.
He kind of starts off as a dick and gets better, but in this one, no, he's just a good guy.
Well, in the games, he was like pretty much like always like evil. And he was like in the wrong for
He's
the
like
longest
an
time.
anti-hero.
Kind of,
It's weird.
yeah. But in like
In
like
the new timeline, Raiden kept being like, "Don't kill anyone." He's like, "I must kill."
but he still kills Sub-Zero.
Whenever he comes
You know
back,
what? I kind of
he
wish.
looks so sad, but he's holding Sub-Zero's skull, so it's like, oh, I did.
You know,
I'm
I
doing a
hate to
bite.
say it. I kind of wish Liu Kang had died instead of Kung Lao, so we could have fucking zombie Liu Kang in the movies.
I feel like that's too early for that.
I don't want that anyway. Also, Revenant Liu Kang, freaking way better than Zombie Liu Kang.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. I like zombie Liu Kang, but I don't have a fear of zombies, so.
I don't care about the fear of zombies. It's just a bad idea, and after the first game they did it, it was overused and bad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like,
So yeah, Earthrealm wins this kind of tournament. And Scorpion's like, he speaks in Japanese. He's like, thank you for freeing me. Keep the Hasashi bloodline alive, and then he goes away. But the thing is, he always speaks in Japanese. I don't know if Cole actually speaks Japanese.
Yeah, I was
we
thinking
never
that
see him
too.
speak Japanese.
I mean, I know he's like a descendant, and like he kind of has Japanese blood in him, I guess. But he's like, for some reason I was
No guarantee.
yeah, he never specifies if he speaks Japanese or not. So Cole, I thought Cole was like, does anyone know what he's saying?
I feel like he just like nodded his head yes, so he would shut up and leave him alone.
Yes.
Yes,
It's like
I
a
will
magic
do that
man.
thing.
You came out of hell, and I want you out of my face.
I'll do whatever you say, just don't kill me.
Yes, I will do that thing that you just said.
It's like Barney Gumble from The Simpsons, just like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want, sexy leprechaun. Just don't shoot me with that dart gun. Stupid.
But yeah, by the end, Shang Tsung arrives and he vows to get revenge on Earthrealm. But Raiden was like, whatever, and it just sends it back to that world. But and then Raiden says there's still warriors out there. We need to prepare for the actual tournament. We need to assign these new champions. And at the end of the film, we get a hint of one of those fighters actually. Cole is
everyone loses their collective shit.
Cole retires from his like MMA like fighting job, and he says he's going to Hollywood. And when he said that, I was like, oh, I know who this guy is.
Dude,
And then the camera pans to a poster and it says Citizen Cage starring Johnny Cage, but we don't see his face. We see the belt.
The belt looks really good.
Yeah, the belt looks
it
good.
looked so good.
It
So-
should have been Ninja Mime, silent but deadly.
Yeah. So yeah, Johnny Cage
My
is a
thing-
tease for the next Mortal Kombat film.
Johnny Cage is just straight up my favorite like character in the games. So
Yeah,
I
he's
got
pretty
really
great.
fucking excited. But also like I remember because we only see his belt. So I talked to Alex and I have like this mild theory that the reason we only saw the belt is because they don't actually have an actor cast yet.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So yeah, Johnny Cage is a tease for the next movie. So, and that's where the movie ends. There's no post-credit scene or after-credit scene,
Yeah.
which I was hoping there was. But unfortunately, they
Yeah.
don't do it. Have one. But I feel like they will make a sequel because, I mean, at least I want them to.
Oh, definitely.
I
Fuck.
definitely want one. I want Shao Kahn, dang it.
Shao Kahn does make like small
Yeah.
glimpses
His
here and there.
statue is there, and he's on the mural. He looks perfect. By
Yeah,
the
his
way.
statue looks
If-
like exactly like his
The
MK11.
game.
Yeah,
If they get him, like, if they make him look like the statue, he will look perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. Hold up, let me see if I can because I missed it. So we're gonna go to the depths of the internet and find someone
So let's see, freaking.
actually.
For the next movie,
Hold
I
up.
want Night Wolf. I want Striker.
Is this it?
I want Meat. I want Mocap.
Why you want
I
Meat?
Bo' Rai Cho.
Because meat is great.
Meat.
I-
Statue.
Okay,
looks
well, yeah, if
sick.
he looks like that, then it's due to fucking The Rock is Shao Kahn.
Yeah,
Oh,
the statue
fine,
looks
he
like
would need
the statue
makeup.
looks pretty much exactly like his look in MK11, like almost
Fucking-
spot on.
Does he have the dragon arm? Let me see.
Here we go.
I don't know.
No, well,
Uh,
yeah, he kind of does. That looks like his dragon arm on the
I've-
left, or his left.
I made the discovery that The Miz wants to play Johnny Cage.
The mid.
The
Wrestler.
wrestler.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was
You say that, but he'd probably fit.
Thing is, looking at him, kind of just like if you look him up, the first image from WWE.com already has Cage vibes, and I kind of hate it.
Well, have you seen, like, post a picture of him so Bilo could see him?
Hold on, I'll post a Photoshop of him. Here we go. I want Chris Pratt, personally.
But you can't say
I-
The Miz wouldn't be good.
I guess
Oh,
he
no, I'd
kind
be
of.
fine
I guess he
with
kind of
it,
does look
but-
like kind of Johnny a little bit.
He has been an actor before, so he can do it.
In my mind, as long as whoever is playing Johnny Cage is doing good, I'm fine with anybody. I just want Johnny Cage to be good.
So, so yeah, that's the whole movie, and I want to talk about what if a sequel were to happen, what we should expect. But this was kind of more of like it was kind of like a setup to the actual tournament. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not really, it doesn't get to the Mortal Kombat part just yet. But
There's one person who I noticed in a Discord server said that they enjoyed it, but they thought it was a little too short, which I get.
well, this movie's an hour 50, and I kind of felt like it did go by a little faster than I
Yeah.
thought.
But it's also like, yeah, it feels like it was set up, and I think for the story they were working with, I think they were decently paced. 'Cause
Yeah, I think
feel like
I think they did okay, like with it.
Yeah.
Freaking Godzilla and Kong was only like 2 hours, and that shocked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Movies are getting shorter.
yeah. So
Yep, the prices are keep going up.
so
Actually, where I went, it was only $10 per ticket.
yeah. So
Lucky you.
yeah, so overall, yeah, it's a decent movie. I do see some people saying there's maybe some like pacing issues, and I could kind of see that,
Yeah.
but
There are some things.
there's some things that do feel kind of a bit rushed, like kind of like what I said before, like Kung Lao's death, for
Kung
example.
Lao's death is definitely a big one. I feel like they kind of rush past certain story points, I feel.
Yeah.
We don't
I think
necessarily
a lot of people complain about the fact that Reiko and Natara are there, but they don't get any sort of backstory.
Yeah, that
And
that
I kind of
yeah.
can see that.
Well, it's kind of like, yeah, they're kind of like not really big characters, like so.
Yeah. They were just there to die.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they were fodder.
Yeah.
Kill count's gonna be great though.
But
I feel like Cole for a main character was kind of underdeveloped to a point.
I didn't mind Cole overall when it came to him.
Overall, for being an original character to the movie, he was really good, I should say.
Yeah, I think he's like had his own unique thing. Besides
Yeah.
just being like a regular fighter, he had like the suit and all. So I'm looking at the roster specifically for MK9 because that pretty much has all the original trilogy cast, and I kind of want to go through the ones that aren't in the movie to see if we should expect that in like a future sequel. So let me see here. So we got Scorpion, we got Liu Kang, we got Kung Lao, we got Sub-Zero, Sindel.
Oh boy,
I
don't like.
I don't think Sindel would be in the next movie, but I feel like if it's a trilogy, probably.
Maybe. So
We
She
don't. We
might get
don't have.
introduced with. She'd be introduced with Shao Kahn though. That's
yeah,
the
Shao
thing.
Kahn is
I
in
mean,
this,
that's
so
fair, yeah.
but she has to get like resurrected because apparently
they
she's up
may
there.
they may keep Shao Kahn to like a third movie and have Shang Tsung
Yeah.
die in the next one.
Maybe. So the next one, since he was like a big part of Jax's, how we lost his arms, Ermac. So
Maybe. Jax's arms are kind of already gone.
pretty much, but
I don't know.
I don't know
he
if
would have
Ermac still has like a
the-
chance of still getting in a future sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him. I like Ermac, but
Ermac is cool.
yeah, but whatever. We saw Reptile like for like 5 minutes. I feel like we will see Katana eventually because we do see her like fan blade.
Katana is a must, I feel.
Yeah, pretty much. We know Johnny Cage is hinted for the next movie.
Yeah.
Jade, I don't know about like she's really.
feel like-
If she's there, then Katana has to be. I know Melina was like shown
Yeah.
first, but she's like a big all she is known for is like is because of Katana. But I feel like if Jade is there, Katana has to be there too.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of just feel like a pair in general to me.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen one without the other personally.
Yeah. So we saw Melina. We've had a glimpse of Nightwolf on like a newspaper
I wonder
article.
if he'll actually show up. I hope he does. I like
So-
Nightwolf.
Yeah, I'll be down for Nightwolf.
I liked him. I liked him before he got the Chief Thunder treatment.
Do you think we will see Cyrax or Sector in the future sequel?
I kind of hope we do. I hope we get to see them in their human forms beforehand, but something tells me we will not.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Well, since
I would
Bihan
hope
is dead,
so.
we still have like Kuai Liang, the other
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
I wouldn't mind seeing Ketchup and Mustard Bot.
I like Mason Ketchup and Mustard.
Do you think Bihan will be resurrected for Noob Saibot at some point?
Most certainly.
I do. Yes, they literally like hinted that.
Yeah, Shang Tsung
everyone
is
that
like
died is being
no one is
brought
really.
back.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, even the way he died was being burnt to a crisp. He's already the black color that he would be as Noob Saibot.
That's
Also,
true.
that armor he had without like the extra layer looked like the noob side.
It kind of did, yeah. Do you think smoke is possible?
Be
I
neat.
think Smoke would be cool, but I feel like Smoke is pretty inconsequential.
Well, smoke
to
is
your point.
more close to Kuai Liang than he is to like Bihan, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe if Kuai Liang's in it, then maybe it's possible for Smoke to be in it.
Well, yeah, like in MK9, they were basically a package deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Sonya, Jax, Kano, Striker.
You know, I
Yes.
want Striker so
I
badly.
kind of want him too.
Stop resisting.
I love Striker.
If Striker is in it, I
Even
kind of want John Cena to play because if you look at him in MK, if you look at him in MK9, his face looks pretty much exactly like John Cena.
Hold on, wait. Let me find the Photoshop of it.
There is a
Striker
Photoshop. Yeah.
made by Boss Logic. It's so fucking good. And okay, apparently John Cena actually posted a picture of Striker at one point on his Instagram.
Mm.
Which, yeah, John Cena, actual John
That's
Cena
so low.
posted a picture of Striker one day.
So we already
I'd
have.
be down.
So yeah, we already have Shang Tsung, but he doesn't really do much fighting. All he did was like pretty much
I will be on.
take Kung Lao's soul, and that was it.
It would be really weird if Stryker showed up and he was immediately more intimidating than like Jax. I'll be honest.
How come no movie version of Shang Tsung that I can remember at least has the fucking beard? Like that's always distracted me.
The
I don't
fact that he's
know.
not like got the Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Also,
Well, that's because the old one has the old one is the one who always has that, not the.
I didn't think to mention it earlier, but did either of you like take note of the fact that throughout like the whole movie, Shang Tsung's eyes were just pure black?
Yeah, I noticed.
I
that.
did notice that
I
a
was
few
like,
times.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
Also, I think the guy who played him would be a great Fire Lord Ozai, but that's for another video sometime down the line.
Unfortunately, I don't
probably.
think he tops the original.
Of course he wouldn't, but you know.
Like, the original's too perfect. Just your soul is mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually do like the original Shang Tsung, but this one I thought he did fine. He actually does quote the original lines from the original movie. Like he's like,
Yeah.
"It has begun. Your soul is mine." He's like, "Okay, you said it. You said the things. You get a piss."
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he does a
I just
decent job,
prefer
the
the
Shang Tsung.
original
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's just
Well,
fun.
the original was great, and you know he was because they put
It
him in
was
the
the
game.
best part of the movie. Yeah.
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 So what's next? Do you think we'll see any Tarkatans, Baraka? I'm not getting a response, so I guess that's a no.
Reptile's dead. We need a new job. I
Yeah.
want Baraka. That'd be sick.
Mm.
Besides, we need Baraka. We need the Tarkatans for Melina to exist. Just like we
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
Katana. Otherwise, it makes no sense.
Yeah. So we got Cabal, we got Raiden. Do you think Quan Chi is still possible, even though Bihan was just Bihan this whole movie?
I think he's
Probably.
very possible.
And like I know he
After
was
the
like
whole
I know
don't
he's
come
like
back thing.
yeah, like I know he's like a big influence when it comes to Shinnok's revival. Like even like Shinnok's like amulet is there in the movie. We actually see it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's still possible for Quan Chi to make an appearance, but I know he was like a big thing
I
on
think-
Scorpion's backstory with him actually killing his family.
I wouldn't be shocked if he was a background player for the next one. Like he's the one that
Yeah.
brings all the people back, but he doesn't like end up failing with Shang Tsung. He just like moves on.
Maybe.
He's going to be the puppeteer, basically. Quan Chi is going to be that guy who doesn't get it until like the end of the series.
Uh, and I think the last one is Shiva.
You
I
know,
like Shiva.
I feel like if it's not Kintaro, Shiva's gonna replace Goro.
I want Motaro.
Should we talk about? Should we talk about the DLC characters as well? By the way,
Check Terminator. Let's go.
We're not doing the guest
I was
characters.
talking about okay, 9. Think about it though. We got Scarlet,
Kenshi
I
and
think was
Rain.
his name.
Yeah, Kenshi and Rain.
Kenshi would be amazing.
I would love
Also, let's
Kenshi.
get Freddy Krueger.
We're not having any guest
Mortal
characters.
Kombat.
Jason Voorhees just.
What
if Jason
this is how we get
Voorhees
Freddy
was
versus this is how we get Freddy versus Jason 2 somehow.
No,
Yeah.
I want Jason to walk up to Raiden and it's like yes, and then he pulls his shirt down and he has a dragon logo on his chest. It's like that's why he's immortal. I knew it. It's not some dumb demon magic. It's just
All these
Mortal
years
Kombat.
and the lore comes out in Mortal Kombat.
fucking Freddy
Yeah.
Krueger. So Freddy Krueger's arcana is being a fucking dream demon. Like fucking. That's how
Oh
he's
my
able to go
God,
into the
I knew
fucking
it.
dreams.
For the record,
What's-
by the way, I would love
What's yours,
Kenshi.
Michael? Knife.
Knife.
Kenshi was fucking great in Mortal Kombat 9, and I think people want Keanu Reeves to play him.
Y'all forgot Rain, by the way.
Rain does.
I like
Rain is
Rain.
technically is in this universe
I
because we
know,
see
I love
we actually see the mural with his like parents, and
If
I
he
think I see a water bubble from what I remember. I
If
can't
he
remember.
if he actually gets to do something, I will lose it because in the original movie trilogy, he just
He pretty much gets
freaking-
killed off.
He gets killed off in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off.
I pulled up a picture of Keanu Reeves as Kenshi, and the band over his eyes reminded me of like the sad moment in the movie when Liu Kang gets his headband.
Oh yeah,
It-
Liu Kang gets the headband
looks,
from
you gotta
Kung Lao's hat, I
Lao.
believe. I thought that was a
Yeah.
nice touch.
Like that's so fucking sad.
Kind of reminded me of like a fucking Bardock, with his like
Yeah.
headband.
Reminds me of Rambo.
That too, yeah. But yeah,
It's him in Mortal Kombat.
oh yeah, Rambo.
Was nightmare.
God damn it.
Rambo, what's your Arcana? I shoot a lot.
So what's your Arcana?
I'm your worst nightmare.
This is gone.
But yeah, I'll just explain. We're just doing. Actually, I don't think we can discuss Kentaro yet. I would love Kentaro as well.
Dude,
fighting
I
King.
love
Fucking
Catman.
Kentaro's great.
Yeah.
He could look the coolest or the dumbest.
What if
Well, they pulled off Goro just
be great
fine,
if
so
he-
I think they'll do Kentaro
Yeah,
pretty
but
well.
Goro's not part cat.
Well,
it'd
they
be
can
great
fucking.
if Kentaro? Oh god, they make him look like one of the cats in the Cats movie.
Yeah,
That-
what if
no.
he looks like a legit
No,
cat?
but imagine
I would
how
fucking
great it
puke.
would be if Kintaro like showed up and they decided to just go full cat. And he's like, "You killed my owner. Now I'm starving." And that's
No,
why
you know
he's
what?
mad.
No, you know what? Velo, you know how you said meow with Goro?
Shut up.
Kintaro does that.
Shut up.
He's a legit cat. Meow.
But yeah, that's all the characters for Mecha 9. I'm not gonna explain the fucking MKX, MK11, or the ones before MK9 because no one really cares about those characters. Plus, there's a lot of them.
Darius.
Well, plus there's a lot of them in fucking when it comes to like fucking Armageddon. I'm not gonna go through that shit. But
They had a surprising amount of those characters in this movie.
yeah, Reiko and
Like
Natara.
Reiko and Natara.
Yeah,
Like, what if they bring back Lee May?
You know,
Really?
I hope that they
Ugh.
I hope that they actually bring back Bo Raicho for like an actual.
Yeah,
physical
they
appearance.
mentioned.
they mentioned
he's
Bill
another
Rachel.
one.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
wanted to come up and start farting on people. That's, what's your Arcana?
Farting.
Gas.
I drink and I fart.
and I puke sometimes. But don't
Yeah.
tell nobody.
Pretty much, I'm a gross motherfucker.
Yeah, you're just Mario in real life. Ugh.
But yeah. So what I predict for like a future sequel is that they'll actually go to I guess Outworld or maybe it's an Earth round for like the tournament, the actual tournament, not like the one they decided to do on like their own. And we'll actually get like more characters and more action, possibly Shao Kahn, or they will still be fighting Shang. Actually, they might fight Shang Tsung because he's like the first guy.
Yeah.
But we will see like some glimpses of Shao Kahn like here and there still. But yeah, if you guys have like anything you want out of a future sequel or what you want to see from it, then you could say it.
Me.
We'll let Cameron go first because he knows more about this than I do.
Well, I don't know. It'd be cool to have Shao Kahn. It'd be cool to have Noob Saibot, Quan Chi, Meat, Striker, Kentaro,
Moloch.
Sindel,
Don't forget Meat.
Mocap, Johnny Cage, Meat. Yeah,
Cam
I
really
like
wants
to see
Meat.
You really want me?
even if it's a
I want
dumb
Meat
like
too, though.
even if they go to like the flesh pits and you just see like a bunch of skin dudes on racks, I'd be like,
see, all right,
Meat.
Bilo, you can't look at this and tell me you don't want him in your Mortal Kombat sequel.
Did you pick the gross pick? That's the gross picture.
And you pick a Meat as a
Just
gross pick. He's a skinned fucking.
Why is he wearing underwear?
I don't know.
If we really
When you want to
to,
see
we
fucking
have
Meat's floppy
Morally.
gore, like, do you want to see fucking Meat's fleshy dick flopping around during the whole movie? If there's actually gonna be one.
B-Han comes back, but not as Noob Saibot, but as
Meat.
because his skin
Guys.
got burned off.
You guys brought up fucking Cyclo Boy that I forgot the name of. Look
Moloch.
at him. Look at how dope he is. Yeah, him. I'd love to see him.
Oh, I thought he had only one eye, but I guess I was wrong.
He looks so fucking funny. But
So
also,
dumb.
Johnny Cage, I really want Chris Pratt to be Johnny Cage just because I feel like he could do it. But
I
even
could see that.
I
then,
want the Miz.
what else is there? Let's see.
Striker.
Striker, yeah, Kenshi. I want to see somebody get uppercut into the fucking pit. I swear to God.
I want a wrestler in the next movie, whether it's John Cena as Striker, The Rock as Shao Kahn, or
What if it's just all of them?
All the
I'm
wrestlers.
fine. The Rock can act. Heck, make it Batista. I don't care.
So yeah, I think that's all. Actually, Righteous didn't say his piece for possible sequels.
Overall, I think it's just. I just really hope the sequel is good, to be honest. Because sequels, in a lot of cases, come out worse than the original, and I would really not like that, you know? Also, this one was definitely a setup movie. You can tell.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope we get payoffs.
Yeah, I think for what they had going for here, I think they did pretty decent. Like I enjoyed it. I like the action. I was able to follow the story, and they actually do make sense of some things. I couldn't find any plot holes from what I could tell. Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be totally down with the fucking Mortal Kombat like sequel. And apparently they're making a sequel to Sonic, which has Knuckles and Tails in it. So, and I'm also excited for that.
The helicopter from Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just like, this movie's gonna be great.
Yeah.
All we need is Metal Sonic, and I'll love it.
Yeah.
Or Shadow. Shadow would be weird.
Put Jim Carrey in a fat suit.
Oh yeah. But only not a fat
Only
suit
the
of his whole
torso.
body. Oh, yeah, only the torso.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh wait, actually, I looked up Jim Carrey fat suit or fat Jim Carrey, and it says Jim Carrey wants to wear a fat suit for Sonic the Hedgehog sequel, according to Fandom Wiki.
Good.
Oh
He'd
no!
probably have fun
Wait,
with that.
it says on Cinema Blend that Jim Carrey reveals he's getting fat during quarantine, so maybe he won't need a suit.
He's like, I will be ready.
So I'll do
gaining
it
weight.
myself.
So yeah, this movie, I personally thought this movie was a fun movie to watch, and this brings back a possible streak for another possible streak for good video game movies. If it were for Monster Hunter, it would actually still be going.
Why
But-
does Capcom have so many movies?
I don't know.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Monster Hunter, there's like 5 Resident Evil ones.
There's
2
Street.
Dead
We have a
Rising
Street Fighter
movies.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Street Fighter movie.
Think about this. Capcom gave up on games a long time ago, obviously.
Which is sad.
We need a live action Mega Man.
Well, they are making a Mega
What
Man
if we-
movie.
When are we gonna
boy.
get a live action Ace Attorney made in America that's like mildly?
I was about to say we have a Japan only one.
Yeah.
We do, and I still need to watch it at some point.
That's another Capcom movie.
Yeah.
They need to make a good Dead Rising movie because, dear God, the other ones are not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank West is only in one of them, and he's in it for 5 minutes. Screw you,
And the
Capcom.
guy who played Frank West is in a different movie.
He was kind of perfect as Frank. Though.
He was Rob Riggle, very talented.
So good.
But yeah, overall, this movie was really good. I personally recommend it. I think these two also would as well.
But definitely.
So yeah, I think we'll go into we'll give this like a final rating out of a 1 out of 10 or up to 10 out of 10. I'll go last. Cam, you go first.
Well, put me on the spot. I'm the oh God, everyone's gonna make me look stupid. I really like it, but it's obviously not perfect.
Yeah, there's some issues here and there.
I've seen it twice, and I'm going to see it a third time because my parents haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it with them.
Mhm.
So I feel like a 9 is too high. I want to give like an 8.5.
Okay. We'll move on to Righteous.
I'm also gonna give it an 8.5. I only watched it once. There are some things that are wonky about it. Alex pointed out that after they beat Sub-Zero for like the downing shot of the cage, the ice on the ground looks like paper.
Mm.
And that's distracting, but everything's still great
How did
overall.
that gym not flood?
Yeah.
That's true. When he melted all the ice away.
There's some awkward stuff, but it's still definitely a great movie. So 8 out of 10.
I think I will also give it an 8. Like I would definitely watch this again if I had to. I would buy it on like DVD or whatever. And yeah, again, there are some like issues I still have. Like, there's some pacing issues here and there. But overall, I personally enjoyed it. I'm a freaking Mortal Kombat nut. So
Same.
yeah, pretty much 8 all around. 8 out of 10 all around. And yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end here. This is perfect. So yeah, if you guys are Mortal Kombat fans, then we definitely recommend it. This is definitely satisfying because it's actually gory compared to like the original. The original movies. It's really action packed. It's good choreography. The story is, while like I said, there's some pacing issues. You can follow the story pretty well. It's pretty much and when it comes to adaptation, I feel like they knew what they were doing with the source material. Like there's a lot of references. The way they fight does resemble the games a lot, especially more of like the new trilogy. But it's still overall it's fucking awesome. Yeah, if a sequel does happen, I will definitely watch it in a heartbeat. I'm curious where they will go with the story. We already know Johnny Cage will be in it, but I don't know what else is planned yet. So yeah, overall, you guys have any final thoughts?
I liked it a lot.
Everyone out there, if you haven't seen it, go see it. If you're interested, make sure it performs well so we do get a sequel. What we all want.
What he said.
Yeah. And movie theaters are opening up again, and that's how I was able to see this again, and it was refreshing to be in a movie theater again.
Definitely, I'm glad I chose to watch it in theaters and not just do HBO Max with my roommates.
I might be in a minority on this, but I'm not into like the streaming stuff because I don't want to fucking pay 3 different services. We got fucking Disney Plus, we got Netflix, we got fucking we got Paramount Online or whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, I'm not gonna pay with that. I'm fine with sticking to buying like $15 for a ticket.
Yeah.
And popcorn.
That's it.
Popcorn, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, we love the Mortal Kombat movie, and we definitely recommend it. So yeah, we're just gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know how long I'm pretty much gonna keep this podcast up, because thanks to COVID, I don't really have that much to talk about anymore. But hopefully, I'll do more movie reviews / retrospectives in the future. If you guys, for the fucking 20 of you who actually watch this thing, first off, you're true fans, and second, maybe comment below on what you might want to like, what you want me to like talk about on this podcast, and who you want to see on it, maybe. But yeah, overall, yeah, this was a good movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I have a few good content coming out soon. A couple of raps, like a Pokemon Snap rap coming soon. The rap battles are still being worked on. It's fully casted right now, and I'm just waiting on recordings and stuff. Some battles are halfway done, and there's some verses that are already edited. But overall, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks to Righteous and Cam for joining me here today. And overall, I'm Balo, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.